We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Many years I had accumulated a shoulder injury due to lifting heavy weights back then. You know, this was in high school. And it's kind of interesting because recently this injury's been bothering me for many years. And recently, 2018, my brother, Dr. Boz Moreno, has suggested that I take some of his B Venom, a homeopathic solution he put together. And I was like, yeah, let me try it. Let me see what's up. At first, I was kind of skeptical to the situation, but then at the same time, with its track record, I was like, yeah, he be putting it down when it comes to homeopathic medicines and whatnot, you know, due to the history we have with each other and whatnot. So I was like, yeah, let me get some. So I end up ordering some, read the instructions, what I need to do, how much I need to illustrate within or add to my body or whatever the case may be. So over a 2-month period, I took it. I took injections from every Tuesday, so 4 times a week, 4 times a month. So I took it for 2 months, and after the second month, I noticed that my arm was not hurting anymore. The muscle had repaired itself, literally, you know, and I was like, whoa, let me start sharing this with people, you know, really start giving them an opportunity to check out what's actually involved with B Venom. So tune in. We definitely got some more exciting things. If you're interested in administrating some B Venom, check out our advertisement that we have that's supporting this podcast.
Otep, I am that I am. Some call me Haru, your modern monk, your cannabis fitness strategist, back at it again. Here with you, here for you, here to enlighten, here to get you to think about some things. Tune in or tune up. You have entered You Are the Gym podcast show with your host, with the most, Haru, the modern monk. As we come live, shout out to all the viewers, all the listeners, all the downloaders, all the subscribers, all the thank yous and comments and the emails and texts and shares and follows and subscriptions. Episode 116. Yes, episode 116. And we just keep it on trucking. Keep on trucking, even with the country and everything else, the world falling as we speak. In some cases it's falling, in some cases it's actually building more solid foundations. You feel me? Solid as a rock. Y'all don't know. I take y'all back to the old 80s back in the day. Ashford and Simpson. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Take y'all back to the original music. Big pulling pranks. Nah, but we 116 back at it again, here with you, talking with you. Let you know what's up. Tune in, tune up. Share this, share this information with other people. You know what we're talking about today? We're talking about patriotism and nationalism. We're going to break it down a little bit. We're going to go a little deeper in Alice's hole. The rabbit hole, as they say. The rabbit hole. But, rabbit holes can go pretty deep, but they can only go so deep. So we're going to go through the mole hole. Patriotism, nationalism. Okay. So, you can hit me on my podcast show. We're connected at youarethegymlive.com. That's youarethegymlive.com/podcast show, as well as other platforms, Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, Shopify, Beanify, Keenify, Scenify, and all them other fives, with every podcast show you can think of and many more. Ooh, y'all like, what the going on here? Yes, and keeping it moving. Billions informed per day keeps the stupidity away. You heard me. Billions informed per day keeps the stupidity away, or the ignorance away. Look, you got to stand up to something, so I'm asking you, please, stand up to you. then you're going to really start understanding what's going on around you. Therefore, this plamidemic, as my brother Lamont would say, Lamont Style, shout out to you. And getting to that, let's talk about our sponsors for today's or tonight's episode. Yes, that's 116, Patriotism versus Nationalism. Wellness and Health. My brother Dr. Boz Moreno from Method Moreno. Shout out to you. Website at drbozmoreno.xyz as well as drbozmoreno.com. You can reach the brother via email by support at methodmoreno@gmail.com. Yes, that's methodmoreno@gmail.com. Support at methodmoreno@gmail.com. You can always phone the brother, text the brother, let him know who you are, kind of give a little introduction to yourself, where you're coming from, how you moving, how you existing, what you want to do with your body, with that health. You want to transform it, like the brother say, transform it. That's what we about here. We about transforming, changing people's life, impacting people's life, influencing people. They call me an influencer, so I want to be the best influence I can be. Be all that you get. And y'all know, brother don't even have to say it, but that brother got the striation and the creations too. Shout out to my other sponsor, Lifestyles Barber Academy. My brother Lamont Styles, keeping it moving, keeping it pushing. And go check him out. He's on Facebook. He's been doing his informational basis platform on Facebook. And he talks about some interesting titles or subject matters that I think we all should, especially when it comes to like entrepreneurship, starting your own barbershop and all those other different elements. But you definitely can connect with the brother at 33720 9th Avenue South, Suite 2, Federal Way, Washington, at 98003. That's Federal Way, Washington, 98003 USA. Website, you can find my brother at lifestylesbarberacademy.com. That's lifestylesbarberacademy.com. Just how it's said, it's spelled fully. Then you can email the brother at lifestylesbarberacademy2017@gmail.com. That's lifestylesbarberacademy@gmail.com. You can reach his phone at 253-517-5345. That's 253-517-5345. He does have business hours with the Academy as well. That's Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. And to my last and greatest sponsor of all time, for mental fitness, toughness, mental toughness, understanding your physical toughness. You feel me? That brother Haru, the modern monk. You are the body. You are the gym. You are the body. You are the love. You are everything. You feel me? My website, youarethegym@gmail.com, youarethegymlive.com, as well as youarethegym.com. You can email me at youarethegym@gmail.com. That's youarethegym@gmail.com. As well as phone, text me, please. Let me know what you want to do. If you want to start taking more control of your life. You feel me? You got to make things a lifestyle. And the key element, you can always text a brother at 206-659-6382. That's 206-659-6382. Y'all know I got them teas for sale too. I got them teas for sale for $27 a pop. If you don't got one, you need to get one. You need to get about 30, 40 of these bitches. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, we're going to be having some other little treats and tricks for you very soon, even though Halloween is coming. Halloween's every day. You notice that here in America? Halloween is every day. Especially with the mask, right? So, let's get rocking and rolling. They call it rocking and rolling because we're rocking and rolling. You feel me? Kind of like the hip-hopsters, right? The hipsters, as the brother would say. They said hippity-hoppity, but we're going to say hip-hop. We're going to cut it short, make it ghetto, Make it Ebonics so they can get it quicker. But y'all not ready for that. Y'all not ready for no hardball, according to what we about to get into. So episode 116, we talking about patriotism versus nationalism. Now, these two words definitely stand out amongst those of you who have been enlightened to how this program has worked. Shout out to you, my brothers. I got both family members on there. How ironic. Shout out to you. Much respect. But we're going to go into patriotism versus nationalism. Now, these particular subject matters can be very sensitive to a lot of people out there. Matter of fact, all my subject matters are very sensitive to people. People just don't like talking about shit. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about sports and all this other bullshit all day, every day. But when you're talking about your freedom, when you're talking about your liberty, you feel me? When you're talking about your existence, your power, your currency, your money, all of a sudden there's a problem. We got a problem here? Do we got a problem here? You feel me? Hey, Sal, do we got a problem? That's where the problem lies. Because, see, we have been economic slaves, economic servants, you feel me, to the fullest, where it's wearing you out. You don't know what, when, why, how, to, be, see, I, oh, huh? I'm telling you, we have forgotten, as they say. We have forgotten. We have to link back. So what have these words? That's what I love about. I want to say this before I even go deeper into the matrix. Deeper into the matrix. See? When I go deeper into the matrix, I want you to do your own due diligence. I want you to do your own research. I want you to do your own homework. You feel me? You can take... Look, I'm going to say it like this. You know how they give you them disclaimers and all that shit on these books and particular publication? Look, I am a doctor. I'm a scientist. I'm all that. So listen to me. Apply it and do it and see what happens. Because I bet you 99.9% of the time you're going to get positive results unless you're just a negative and you don't even get it. You feel me? So I'm going to claim that. I'm going to take ownership of the copyright infringement, plagiarism, and all that stuff. I'm taking the rights right now. I'm telling you, I'm a doctor. I'm certified as a doctor. I'm certified as an instructor. I'm certified as whatever you want it to be. You feel me? Because you didn't ask your pastor, was he certified when he taught you religion? You didn't ask your mom and dad, was they certified to be parents? Uh-oh. Whew. What did they teach you? Patriotism. I pledge allegiance to the flag of of Canada. That's it, Canada. No, Africa. No. Hong Kong. No. Hold up. Ghana. No. Pledge allegiance to the flag of Crenshaw of 27th Street. I pledge allegiance to 27th Street. No, I pledge allegiance to Lathrop High School in the United States of America. People, patriotism versus nationalism. See, they always using them isms too. That's one of the things you got to be aware of. You have to awaken the mind and journey through the space and time. Let's journey back into the space and time, right? Take a few steps back with me so we can start connecting the dots. Do your due diligence. Do your own homework, research. Do your work. All I'm saying, the answers are there. The points are there. It's very clear. It's been clear. It's just we're so calcified. We're so falsified. We're so... I don't want to believe this guy because he sounds like a conspiracy theorist. But you know what? Majority of the things I have been talking about on my platforms or whatever I've been expressing or sharing on the platforms that we know of Facebook, that we know of Instagram, that we know of YouTube, that we know of many of these other platforms that you're used to. Y'all remember MySpace? Huh? These platforms, these social media tactics and tools that we use on a daily basis. You can go back to some of my old stuff back in 2009, even prior before that. I was sharing this information. Because you know what? All this information has, it's been the lack of financial literacy, as my brother would say, financial literacy, Robert Kiyosaki, right? The lack of financial literacy, the lack of understanding your economy, the lack of understanding your society, the lack of understanding your culture, the lack of understanding habits that has been given to you by your enemy. Because we going to ride on our enemies right now. That's what we going to ride on them, as Pac would say. We're going to ride on them enemies. That's what we about to do with 116, Patriotism versus Nationalism. Now, we going to step back, but this is the key thing. Let me get y'all on the same level where I'm actually going to be dialoguing or coming from. So I like to use my handy dandy computer here, known as Google. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to read you these descriptions. And we're going to go deeper within the descriptions or deeper within the words, the verbs, the sounds. Huh? Breaking it down. Like Will Smith say, you got to take a brick by brick. Adding a brick, putting your grout, putting your concrete right up in there, lay it out straight like your Freemasonry brothers. You feel me? The Mason brothers, not the Freemasonry brothers, but the Mason brothers. When they're adding, when they're putting value with concrete, utilizing concrete, making concrete beautiful. You feel me? Other than that, it don't have a purpose but to keep people out. Connect the dots, brothers and sisters. That's what we hear about. Connect the dots. Connect them within you. Build muscle memory, right? Understand who you are. Understand where you're going. Goals, outcomes, relationships. Building more stronger quality relationships. You feel me? Especially if you're in a leadership position. You definitely want to stand tall, but then you want to teach all, right? Those who want to be extracted or embraced or influenced. That's what they call an influencer. You're an influencer. You're an influencer too. Thank you for even coming over here, taking the time to tune in to what a brother is actually kind of working on activating, getting you to act. You feel what I'm saying? Don't take me wrong. Get an understanding, get you a blueprint down, what you want to act on. But the first thing you got to act on is meditating. Slow down the chaos for a minute. Slow down the chaos. Even though it's constructive chaos, it's for all of us, right? What we learn, the lesson we earn, the lesson we learn. You feel me? Man, I'm telling you. Sisters, brothers, and sisters and brothers, dads, papas, and everybody else. Look, we're coming with some knowledge. The knowledge has been developed into a cycle known as wisdom. You start taking the wisdom and utilizing other people's knowledge, bridging it, incorporating it into your lifestyle. Therefore, you can able to use the applied knowledge. Therefore, let's jump on this. Let's go on over here for a minute. And we're going to talk about the definition of these particular words. Patriotism and nationalism. Let's go into it.
Patriotism.
The quality of being patriotic devotion to and vigorous, I can't even say it, vigorous support for one's country, right? Here's another political ideology, political ideology of what patriotism is coming from. Patriotism or national pride is the feeling of love, devotion, and sense of attachment to a homeland or the country, or an alliance with other citizens who share the same sentiment to create a feeling of oneness amongst the people. So we're going to come back to that. Let me go to nationalism, my brothers and sisters, because it is a totally different definition. That's the problem with words too. So we got to be clear. You feel what I'm saying? We got to be clear of what the agenda truly is within these particular platforms, like my episodes. That's why I want to give you right up front where I'm coming from, so you're not guesstimating where this brother coming from, man. No, this brother's, he's hitting some points that I think that's common. Yes, common. He said that word, common. That's common to the sense. Oh yeah, I see that. That's the point. That's what we all need to be on, especially when we know this government has been taking over constructively, slowly but surely. Like I said, the frog analogy. They're boiling you in the water. You practically fucked up, so you don't even know what's going on. You pretty much dead. Did I say that?
Nationalism.
Nationalism. Identification with one's own nation in support for its interests, especially to the exclusion or deterrent of the interests of the other nations. Advocacy or support for political independence of a particular nation or people. Nationalism, the political ideology. Nationalism is an idea and movement that holds that the nation should be congruent with the state. As a movement, nationalism tends to promote the interests of a particular nation, especially with the aim of gaining and maintaining the nation's sovereignty. Whew. Now think about that. The nation's sovereignty. Brothers and sisters, newsflash, you don't have no fucking sovereignty. That's been going on for a while now, the sovereign movement. Show me one sovereign who actually doing their own movement, literally making their own, doing their own, got their own community, really prospering besides the Quakers. Because they are sovereign. Because these motherfucking Americans don't mess with none of them. You don't hear none of them. Are you with me? I'm sure people, you don't hear nothing from them particular issues there. The Quakers. You don't hear no issues going on between them. They don't have no problems with the pandemic and none of that shit. You don't hear none of them in the news. I don't even know if they even got a news. Keep it real with you, because I know they don't use electric, right? And maybe I might be biased because it's been so cold. And that's another word I just wanted to bring up. Bias. So let's look at that word. But they said sovereignty. We gonna hash that later. We gonna talk about that later. That might be the next episode. Sovereignty. So let me dive in here. Bias. Now, don't take me wrong. The particular patriotism and nationalism. Yeah, I got a bias. You know what I'm saying? I got a bias. Now I'm going to give you the definition of bias. Okay.
Bias.
And this is old Google, and it says prejudice in favor or against one thing, person, or group compared with another, usually in a way considered to be unfair. In some sports, such as lawn bowling, the irregular shape given to a ball, okay, that's one of the particular situations. That's the verb. Now we go, that was the noun. Now I'm going to go into the verb. Cause to feel or show inclination or prejudice for, against someone or something. That's something where we're going to be going into with nationalism, patriotism. We're going to go into that a little deeper. But like I said before, words are deep. And these motherfuckers been using these words against you, for you, at you, and I want you. You feel me? This is what's going on. So you have to keep your mind, keep aware, keep an understanding of what the hell is going on around you, my brothers and sisters. Now, what do I mean? Let me jump on over here to ism, right? Because we hear a lot of isms: fascism, Confucianism, Samsungsism, Patriotism, Islamism, Islamicism, Zizzers. So it says
Ism.
Now, a distinctive practice, system, or philosophy, typically political ideology or an artistic movement. That show you right there. Now we're dealing with cults, right? So that's another subject. We're going to get into religion a little later on. A little later on in the program. Because that's what we all caught up in. We're caught up in the program. The programming has been satisfied. The program has been disrupted. The program has been on point. The program is on point. That's the whole point here, right? The program is on point. You have to be on point. You have to make sure you hitting that point, right? You hitting that point. You getting them gains. See? This is all got to do with, I usually train 4 days. 4 days. Yeah, 4 days. 3 to 4 days a week. Usually I'm training 3 to 4 days a week. You know, I make sure I get my rest. So I'm utilizing that. You know what I'm saying? I've been averaging probably about 10 exercises a week at the gym, per se, in a gym, right? So yeah, 10 per month. 10 per month. 10 workouts per month. That might not even be enough, especially when we're working within this patriotism mindset of America. You know what I'm saying? And America they've been fucking up on some shit up out here. And it's funny because the Constitution was meant to keep us free. Y'all know that? To keep those who was in charge free. Let me back up on that. Because I probably didn't have, none of my people probably didn't have no kind of assets or nothing to even justify within that, as far as we know as my ancestors, what I'm looking like now. You know what I'm saying? But spiritually, I think we all have an understanding because I think we all have experienced it. Black, white, green, yellow in America or outside America as well too, because we know it's a lot of bullshit going on outside. You telling me be patriotic, and then we up here, we killing all these other nations and doing all kinds of crazy shit. Oh yeah, we're patriotic, we love our country and this and that. Okay, this is what you stand for. But we got some of the most ignorant political leaders in the world. Y'all ever see that? Literally, some of the most ignorant, stupid, retarded, anything political leadership on the planet. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Y'all not ready for it. Y'all are not ready. Okay, it says, and it's interesting because patriotism got riot in it. Y'all feel me? The word riot is in this particular word. Now, this particular patriotism. Now, I guess it's always a good and bad situation, right? When you're lukewarm, you don't really get no props as an American, because my fellow Americans. But this ain't even. I'm just giving my point of view because I'm in a country that so-called have rights, that so-called give us the availability to act as if I can have freedom of speech. Because I know these shows are not getting as viral as they should be. The marketing, because of the content. The content I'm speaking on is a lot of people who are not really wanting to hear this, because That's the funny thing. Truth is being told all day, every day. The energy is there. Everything is there. It's about having your eyes open. You know what I'm saying? Having your eyes. Your eyes. You know, especially that one in the middle, that pineal gland, the psychic gland, the awakening gland. You feel me? Having that available, having that open where you can see. You see that, oh, this government is not even, they're not even in government capacity. You see what I'm saying? They're not running by the bylaws, the duties and responsibilities that they have written down for them, right? They're doing a whole SOP. They're doing some other crazy shit. They're not even utilizing the standards of procedure. They're in a different standard of procedure. And they make it up as they go, my brothers and sisters. Patriotism. Nationalism. Right? This word riot came to me. I was like, okay, cool. This word riot. Now, we know we've been having riots. They've been having all these bullshit stage riots. You know, Sandy Hook and all the rest of this crap they've been feeding y'all motherfuckers. Oh, let's get the guns back from the people. That was the whole point, people. That's what they've been trying to do. Ungun you so they won't be having no problems. Especially with all these Americans who got guns. Everybody got a fucking gun. Even grandma got a gun. Go run up in her house. See what happened. Riot. A violent disturbance of peace by a crowd. An impersonally large or varied display of something. Verb. Take part in a violent public disturbance. It's funny how it's saying violent, right? Riot is usually violence, right? But patriotism is actually, the word is spelled in that. Riot. Ism. Now we know what ism mean, right? We went to ism. You know what that mean. And what it say? A distinctive practice, system, or philosophy, typically a political ideology or an artistic movement. Patriotism. Riot. Ism. You feel me? That's why we got to be careful with the words and with the information that is actually being given and who's giving it. You're think about this. The school systems promote that bullshit patriotism. Because I wanted to talk, that's one of the things I'm seeing all fucked up, especially after this fucking 9/11 bullshit. We all know it was a hoax. Those of you who actually eyes open. 3,000 people died. You know how many more motherfuckers done died since then? And it wasn't even in no Twin Towers or nothing, this, that. It's just all the bullshit y'all been going around claiming. They fucking with the earth so bad that Mother Earth is like, let me blow up all these motherfucking places. I'm flooding everywhere. We shouldn't have been building in those particular areas anyway. That's another thing I don't understand about men. We go do some dumb shit. Like in Seattle. This was so weird. Retarded. I think something wrong with men in general. Now I can understand if you got a system that you're working with Mother Nature. Where it's working with Mother Nature. Not against her. Because we got all this, like I said, we got all this cement. You know, cement, we in the cement jungle. Concrete jungle. Like my brother was saying. Concrete jungle. We in there all the time. And it's not natural. It's not natural. It's artificial. Artificial grass. Artificial everything. Shit, our sun probably artificial. You know what I'm saying? Even our children right now. We got artificial children. Creating in test tubes and all this stuff. I want to make the baby perfect and this and that. Why not just look? Life, we have been progressing, but we have been regressing. Literally, we've been regressing. We've been going downhill. We're not getting smarter. Those who are allowing themselves to get smarter, yes. But those of us who are not, we're dying earlier. Look at all these cancers and shit we doing. And then the funny thing is, people talk about how old they are. And this ain't knocking old people. You talk about how old you are, but you can't do shit you used to do. I mean, you can't even walk on your own. You got somebody wiping your ass, all this other stuff. And this is what we call old. And it's not honorable. That's not honorable to me. I don't think that's honorable. because you wasted your life. Now you want to waste your child's life or those people who love you to take care of you. Oh, well, I took care of them. Yeah, but you got to understand, it's an understanding that a child is going to be a child. They can't prepare. You can't even start working until about 14. Earning a good living. Look, earning a good living, as the American patriots would say. Earn a good living. The American dream. All this bullshit that's been forced upon you in your school curriculum, in your school system. Yeah, the public system. Let's go, the public school. Hey, children, parents, please take your children out of these public schools. These public schools don't got nothing to do with nothing. They're not doing your babies no good, but killing them, making them economic slaves, periods, hand down. And they call that patriotic. They call that patriotic. Oh, I want to pray. I'm giving praise to my flag for just killing me more and more. That's like the Jewish brothers. Right? The Holocaust, the same situation. We just keep giving power to the killer. Go ahead, devil. They told us the stories. The stories is already there. The Bible tell you. The Quran tell you. The Gita, the Torah, it's all there. It's telling you what the evil motherfucker is going to do to you. He's giving you the curriculum. He's making up as he go. And they call it cash money. A dollar bill with some presidents on there. That didn't have nothing to do with anything. Nothing to do with anything. And we can debate about that too. That can be a subject matter. Just talking about what money. Because it's only value because you and I value it. But it's starting to be less value as we keep on buying shit. Impulse buying. We just buying shit. And the prices is going up. I was looking today. I was surprised. We went up $10. This product went up $10. Everything went up $10. I'm looking at the product. I'm thinking, it's not even worth that. To think what this is what they claim that the manufacturers are going through and this and that, where they have to justify all this money, all this cash flow, or all these hikes with your gas and all that. And nothing has changed, keep it real with you. Nothing has changed. They just know how to use scarcity of the people. But this is patriot. You're a patriot. We want our jobs here in America. Not over in China. Not over in Hong Kong. Not over in Mexico. We want them here. This is your patriots. This is what they be calling them brothers over there. And it's funny too. Because we got a lot of shit fucked up. We got a lot of values fucked up. We got a lot of morals fucked up. Because everybody's not on the same playing field. Right? Everybody's not equal. As they lied to you in that Constitution. Because you know the Constitution was only for a few people. 33 to be exact. How ironic is that? All these numbers and then, oh, it's sacred. And this is that. And 333 and 666 and 555 and 777. And 11. Let's play a game. Let's create these games around these particular monads so it's embedded in their minds and hearts and souls. So they act, and then they got these conspiracy guys that come up and be like, patriotic, riot. Whoa, dude, awesome. We're hitting something. No, it's an understanding. Everything plays off everything, right? The comedic story is throughout. That's throughout all the cultures. Every culture they went to had the same story. That's why you know it was the same instructor that gave the lessons, right? These are all schools of thought. Let's go there. It's all schools of thought. The problem is somewhere in the journey, the school of thought got fucked over. Somebody got manipulated. Somebody got embedded. Your name got taken. Your culture got taken. Your religion got taken. Your mind has been taken. And that's the same thing what's going on right now. They got all these other cultures outside of America speaking English like a motherfucker. Right? And we talk about how all this patriotism we putting on all these other people. The Taliban, you know, these fucking Americans here are doing just as worse as the Taliban. I don't care if you don't agree with me. Y'all can say whatever you want to say, you military brothers and all sisters, all respect. But at the same time, it's some things that's going on that you don't even, and you got the nerve to say you're protecting your country. Protecting from what? We need to be protecting from each other. Right now, that's the situation right now. And you know who the war is against? The war is against your doctor. Uh-oh. Did I say that out loud? The war is against your doctor. This dude telling you to go get vaccine because it's patriotic. You're doing it for your country. You're doing it for your fellow man. You're doing it for the 1%. That's what you're doing it for. Even McDonald's. Come on, you talking one of the biggest biggest restaurant franchise in the world, McDonald's, and they're everywhere. They telling you to go get vaccinated so you can get points. You can get 50,000 points, and I can give you 50,000 other cancers that you wouldn't even detect till after you're dead. That's what's going on with your vaccines, your vaccinations. Okay, I got to get my flu shot every year. How the fuck you going to go get a flu shot every fucking year for something that you shouldn't even be getting in the first place? After the first one, we shouldn't even be the flu should be gone by now, right? When you think that vaccine would have took that shit out, like smallpox and all the rest of this shit. No, they creating this shit for you. They're breaking your body down, even though our DNA is changing. Our DNA, we see it in our children. Right? There's some children that are very gifted, then there's some children that are very fucked up. Period. Hands down. We see this all the time. And I don't think y'all be peeping. Because see, it's key thing. The responsibility is in the parents. That's the responsibility. But you got all these fucking people having babies and don't have no need to be having those children. No need. Not even close. You can't even take responsibility for your own actions. Then got the nerve to get somebody just as crazy as you pregnant. But we ain't talking about that. That's another subject matter. Patriotism. Nationalism. Because I'm a true American. Because I live here in America. So that make you patriotic? Because you're born in a certain country? That makes you patriotic? Think about all these particular habits are built in our sports. Sport and play. Oh yeah, I like the Patriots. Yeah, I like the Seattle Seahawks. I'm a San Francisco fan. I'm a this fan. I'm a that fan. I'm a Michael Jordan fan. I'm a this. That patriotism, right? Regardless, your team be losing every year, every game, and you still, they're gonna pull it through this year. That hope. As Mr. Obama would say, hope. Got you on false notions. You feel me? That's false notions. That's false indications. That's false indicate. That ain't even, shouldn't be in your vocabulary. Hope. Patriotism. Nationalism. I'm only American. I'm American. And then the other thing is, how do you get these people who are from these different countries? Don't take me wrong, because this is funny too, and I don't think people really. We don't really talk about this with my. This is. I'm talking to my brothers from other countries. The one thing is, how do we? Because you have an opportunity to do something here, and you grateful for it, and I'll respect that. But then there's some things that is very ungrateful. Because some people come here and they exploit it, they destroy the value of what it really was intended for. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the American dream. The American dream has never, let me say that again, has never been something the American culture had experienced. The only ones who really experience are the big motherfuckers that you know right now. We can talk about them. The Rockefellers. The Warren Buffetts. You know what I'm saying? The Grant Cardones. I mean, the people we're actually acknowledging, giving our money. Y'all not hearing me. Giving your currency, your energy to these particular people. Right? I do it too. The American dream. Patriotism. The pledge of allegiance. This all started in your younger years. Even the worship of your certain team, your special team you had. Even how you see your parents respond to certain things. Like I was talking about in the last episode. How children at a younger age, 5 years old, they see how you value money. This is comprehended in their mind. They see how you respond. Okay, I know this can get me this. Right? We do it all the time, especially as adults. Because like I said, we're so materialistic. Patriotism. Patriotism is so fucked up these days. And we don't even understand nationalism. Because the true nationalism brothers are the ones who are out of the country and they become, you see what I'm saying? They outside of the country, but then they come in this country and actually see how the nationalism work, right? And not caught up in just patriotism. Because I thought at one time, we was about helping each other. Each one teach one, right? A model that we used to value. Black, white, green, yellow, purple, whatever the case may be. But I don't think it's an equal playing field. It never was an equal playing field. It was about 400-year gap. Right? Or more. More than that. Who built America? We ain't going to even go there. Patriotism. Nationalism. Oh yeah, I fought for my country. That's I don't even, brothers and sisters, shout out to you if you do, shout out to you if you don't. But I don't even know why you would even think about going to the military. Literally. If you see, and this is why they fool our young people, because they never do the history on the company that they're actually about to engage into. That's big company, right? That's big business. Air Force, Army, Marines, that's big business, my brothers and sisters. The Navy, it's all big business. If you can't understand that and don't understand that and really see the understanding of what's going on behind these wars, that most of them all of them, I would say the only real wars we had in this country has been the Revolutionary and the Civil War. Other than that, all the other wars is bullshit. World War I, World War II, all that shit is bullshit. Because we didn't have no business being involved in any of the World War I's or the World War II's. Period. Hands down. Go look at the history. History shows you that. And then the Vietnam, I don't even know what the fuck that was. But some control of my brothers, right? Of my brothers. Control. Opiums. Opioids. Ooh, the opioid plant. They just went and just took over all kinds of countries. You see how fast the military just build up their infrastructure? And the coldest, we don't even want to talk about Hawaii. They did them wrong. They say, come on over to the party. Come on over to America. They told your queen to come on over to America. At the same time, they was in sail. They was en route. The Navy was en route, about to take over the land we know as Hawaii. Right? And become a state, become a territory, a part of America. Like Guam and Puerto Rico. Come on, you guys. Patriotism. Nationalism. Y'all better go back and check on that chapter. Go back to that chapter in your books. Go really see what the fuck is really going down. What the whole purpose of the whole situation that have they incorporated. No, we got a corporation. Yes, it's a corporation for a corporation. Go watch that documentary, Corporation. See how a corporation works. S corp, C corp, LLC, huh? Even your non-profits are cold these days, because these 501c3s, they're doing all kinds of shit these days and getting away with it. Goodwill, getting away with it. Red Cross, billions. They CEOs millionaires. You feel me? Goodwill CEO is a millionaire. Believe that. Believe that. They got the big... You know, Goodwill is one of the biggest non-profits in the world. And then we're not going to talk about their website. Their auction site. Their auction site is bigger than eBay. And y'all know what eBay used to do back in the day. eBay had, what, 80% of the market once upon a time? Till Amazon came in the game. And then all these other little platforms with the marketplace. And now you got Craigslist and all these other funny guys coming in the game. Y'all not with me. Just connecting the dots. Patriotism. Nationalism. And we don't even really give nationalism no props. We shut that up real quick. Yeah, the only people who really talk about that is probably Valuetainment. That brother Patrick Bing David. That brother over there. He talk about nationalism. You know. I mean, and I know he's an ex-military guy, so he got that understanding too. International. You feel me? And really understand what it comes about. Robert Kiyosaki is another one who come to mind. Who talk about nationalism. Patriotism is a bunch of bullshit. Like religion, it's a bunch of bullshit. Facet. What they saw? The fascist state. No, communist state. Capitalist. Yeah, like my brother was saying, you know, we don't even practice the capitalism that Mr. Adam, was it Adam? I'm messing his name up. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Back in the day, his capitalism. But see, it's all theory. That's another thing I wanted to throw out there. It's all theory, just like patriotism. Just like everything I'm saying is theory, right? Everything I'm saying is theory, but at the same time, this is where the truth bears the fruit, or the fruit bears the truth. Become American. And you can be like me. You can be free. You can be an economic slave. Because I guarantee the brothers from Africa and all these other countries that witness that, damn, it's expensive living in the States. Because you're doing everything. And then you're wondering why the divorce rates are so high. Suicides are so high. Children lost their fucking mind. It's not even like, you know, we're on a level right now where retardation is so much accepted within the community, nothing's being questioned anymore. Nationalism, patriotism. Come on, people. We gotta be like when we was in Bryce's class. Those who know what I'm talking about. When we was in Bryce's class, it was fun because we would engage in conversation, talk about solutions and how we can benefit or how we can actually duplicate that and put it in our communities, therefore our neighborhoods, therefore our whole infrastructure, right? Don't talk about it, be about it. As my brother Shaka would say. Shout out to you, brother. Those of you who don't know are just coming in on board, coming in online. Yeah, coming in online. This is Haru, your modern monk, your cannabis fitness strategist, with You Are the Gym podcast show where we're live here on Instagram, but we're recording here on the computer for the episodes 116. Patriotism versus nationalism. Now, y'all know I'm biased. He biased because he black. And he African American. He's Negro. He's colored. However status you want to say. But I like to call myself, as my brother Nas would say, Nakush. Nakush. Yes, I like to use that term, Nakush. But this is the key. I'm biased because this country hasn't been good to the people that represents the Nakush people. You feel me? We might get a little pass. We might get a little Michael Jackson. We might get a little Prince. We might even have a little Tupac. Biggie Smalls. Even a Jay-Z. They give a Jay-Z, you know, go and play. Go and play. Just don't break the rules, buddy, or we're going to get rid of you. That's how they been in this country. Those of you who just coming into this country, yes, they get rid of them real quick. Well, he didn't do anything. No, he didn't do anything. He did a bunch of things. He did a bunch of things because he was awakening the people. He was awakening the people. Kind of like Gandhi, 2 million people. They give him credit for 2 million people. And we talking what, early 1900s when that happened? 2 million? Probably, yeah, early 1900s. 200 million. That's a lot of people. 200 million. Now just think, his name was Martin Luther King Jr. That brother hit a whole bunch of people too. Malcolm X, a whole bunch of people. And just think, we didn't have all the social media like we got now. Just think, Gandhi would have touched a whole bunch of more people. Over 200 million. Shit, that's most of America. North America right there. They saying we got what, 300 million here? 300, probably 400 million right now. About 400 million people. Right here in North America. Think about that. And that brother influenced 200 of them. 200 million. India's pretty big. India's pretty big. But if a man like that, and they didn't have, well, they had phones, or they was at the time, I think they were just hitting the diddy diddy boo 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 bow. He's coming down, coming down, down. This brother was walking, he was marching. Then that brother said, let me do some fasting for y'all brothers and sisters. See, he could do that for the Indian brothers. I don't know if brothers could do that, not Kush people. We done died, brothers would have been dead, talking real crazy. Hell no, I'm not gonna be eating. I can't. I'm gonna be getting my grub on. I'm gonna get my pork and cheese. My pork and cheese. And then we want walking around, hands looking all crazy. How old are you, brother? I'm 32. Hands all messed up. You can't do shit. And we talking about patriotism. I love my country. I love my country because they drugged me up. I love my country because my doctor told me something that wasn't good for me. This is what goes on daily within the community of Americans. Daily. Then they go to these jobs. Yes, these jobs. J-O-B. Just over broke. And we acting like we just over broke too. People are zombie. They're zombied out. And you know what? They're bringing their jobs to their homes. Therefore, they're causing other problems, right? Because we can't separate shit. That's the thing too. We can't separate. That's why you have to you got to start taking more possession, taking more control of your goals, your outcomes. Those events that you need to do to keep you creative. I think that's why a lot of people go to school. You know what I'm saying? Think about this. That's why people go to school, because they want to learn something. They want to create something. They want to develop something. You know, and usually within you, even though they give you this illusion of you're ending when you're graduating, that's an illusion, people, because you never stop learning. If you do, you don't even need to be breathing up in here. Go and take yourself out. Go and kill yourself. Go and shoot yourself. Do something. Because we sure don't need you here. Especially if you ain't giving no value. You ain't creating no value. No beautiful value. No beautiful influences. So people can look up to you. I'm not saying worship you. I say look up to you. Have aspirations. Have some incentives. Have some inspirations. Have some initiative. Have some ambition. Have some self-confidence. Self-esteem. These are elements, these are characteristics that you should be working on daily. Daily. It's an everyday thing when I let my... Y'all know the story. But them brothers was like, fuck it, we gonna do this. We gonna make this happen. That's the mindset, not patriotism. Patriotism gets you killed quick these days because the ignorance. There's a lot of ignorance going on. Ignorance and stupidity. But I think we like staying in the stupidity mindset, because then we act like, oh, nobody has no responsibility, right? No accountability. But then when the deaths and all this other shit happening, all of a sudden everybody want to start to care after all the death and all this other dumb shit. Like I said, how the hell are you going to get a flu shot and you still getting the flu the next year? Well, it's changing. We got the Delta variant, and look at that. Look at the selection of words they're using. The Delta, right? All my military brothers know what I'm talking about. Delta, Beta, Alpha, Sigma. All these Greek words. Greek and then Latin, right? They Greek and Latin, and then all of a sudden they get, because they doing that legalese on your ass, just like they do in the medical field. And you know these doctors are getting paid. Ooh, I can hear them right now. Well, I got my 20th. I got my 20th down. He's already down. I already wrapped it up. So you owe me. I can see they probably got incentives going on to these doctors. How many patients they kill, they're getting a big ass incentive. Because you ain't hear none of them talking. They not talking. They making so much fucking money, it's ridiculous. That's why you're hearing a lot of them. And then the ones who's getting tired of the shit are coming out. They the ones who's coming out like, no, I'm tired of killing people. Because you know what? They get desensitized too. They killed so many people. It's desensitization. That's why so many people die in the hospital, my brothers and sisters. They die in the hospital. Y'all not hearing me. People are dying in the hospital. And it's funny because they keep saying, they never say this either. How many people are really recovering from this so-called COVID or the flu? Because there's a lot of unhealthy motherfuckers out here. Period. All around the country. All around the world. A lot of unhealthy people. And the funny thing is, we have billions and trillions of dollar fitness industry, but we can't seem to get shit right. Patriotism. Nationalism. 116 right now, and if you don't know now, you know. This is your host with the most. Coming hard. Yes, I'm coming hard. Coming hard. Break time. I gotta get some water. Hold on. Let me get some of that H2O, even though I got some of that sparkling water, that zero sugar. You know how that works. But I don't know what the sugar that is making it sweet in here. My fellow Americans, we have come to the time, well, where we have to vaccinate all America. If you don't want to get vaccinated, you're not patriotic. Because all we want to do, we want to just control all of you. We want to take you down. We're going to make you really zone out of it. That's what they've been doing. They getting you to zone out of it. They already know you're a zombie. So they just want to zone you out. Let's become Lucy. My name is Slim Shady. That's what you're going to be, Slim Shady. A clone. That brother talking's conspiracy, patriotism. All this stuff connects. That's the thing. That's what people don't understand. I mean, even though Alex Jones is a Looney Tune, you know, I don't agree with everything he's saying, but at the same time, when you start doing your own due diligence, when you start looking into these particular synopses or analyzations or even theories, certain things start making sense. When you start seeing patterns, right? When you start seeing these patterns going on within this society, something's really fishy. 9/11. Oh yeah, 3,000 people died. Okay, 3,000 people. And maybe you might know them people. But at the same time, this is an understanding too. The overall gist of what the principle was within these particular situations, right? So this situation, we knew it was an inside job anyway. We're talking about the Bushes here. Senior Bush wasn't no bullshit. He was fucking you back then in the 80s. Just like his daddy prior to that. So it's nothing new, people. Patriot Act. The Patriot Act. That's what they named it. The Patriot Act. And we fall suit. We don't even question the shit. And you know why we don't even question it? Because we're not running the businesses. We're not running the fucking businesses. Period. Hands down. We let these big ass businesses get huge. Like, even, don't take me wrong. How do we get... This is why I love competition. Because there's no way you're going to allow Uber just to be the fucking only transportation. Okay, it was good at first, right? Cool. But then bring in the game where you got more competition. Because see, that's the problem is when you knock out all your competition, you're not getting better, people. You're not getting better. You're getting worse. That's the problem with big business. And this is my understanding of what's going on, and you're seeing it. That's why we don't have no move. We can't do shit because we're not running no kind of... You don't have no airplane services, right? You don't have no airports. We're allowing these motherfuckers to do anything and everything and get away with it. Oh, we're going to stick you because we just like you. We want to stick you. We want to know everything about you. Just think about that. Now we going into stores. They got all the profile on your ass. Hand recognition, eyeball recognition, nose recognition, teeth recognition. Shit, we're going to be biting on shit in a minute. Oh, that food, yeah, that's such and such. His molars are his molars look like this. Identifying us. And we're happy about it too. We're happy to give it up too. Welcome to my cell phone. Welcome everything. Well, I know your image, so they're duplicating all my images and all the stuff I've been talking about over the years. Boom, boom, boom. So how would he respond? Let's get an AI machine and... Hey, how you doing? I love you all. Come on in. I got the vaccination shot for you. This is not gonna hurt, but I'm gonna... after 3 months, I want to give you a booster shot, too. Yeah. Makes sense, people. Makes sense. Booster shot. They don't even know what the fuck the stuff is going to do to you. Right? They already seeing the effects, what it's been doing to all our children. Why you think ADHD and all this other shit been coming across? All these vaccinations they've been giving us, our children. And we're happy to take them in, too. Go get shot. Go get them. So you can go to school. So I don't have to see you for 8 hours of the day. And then you're wondering why they're coming home and talking crazy to you. Want to knock their fucking head off. But no, you're sophisticated. You can't touch your child. It's against the law. It's against the law to beat my child. Oh, well, yeah, to beat your child. To spank them. As we used to use correctly, spank it. I wonder how many black folks or Nakush people heard that word, spanking. We didn't hear spank. I'm going to beat your ass, or with some other term. That's real. That's American right there. That's patriotic right there. You see how it's made? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. And then they got your Olympic champions and all these people. They go back. It's funny too, because I'd never understood, even with my military brothers. You got away from the ghetto, then you come back. You come back to the same landmass, and they treat you like shit. Don't even respect you, because you signed your life away, but you happen to live through it. Then you come back to the same bullshit you left, 4, 5 years ago? Nothing's changed. It's probably gotten worse. But we think it's patriotic because you fought for your country, or you fought for something that you thought was deemed to be worthy. No, you're doing what they telling you to do. It's just another form of slavery, high-class slavery, as I used to say back in the day. High-class slavery, that's what it is. Just on a higher level, you don't even see your check. That's what's so cool about the military. You don't even see your check. They just have the stuff waiting for you. Oh yeah, credit. He's good for it. He's one of ours. That's what they say. He's one of ours. And then you got this dude named Biden running that too, running that side of the military. Oh shit, y'all gonna be doing some other crazy shit if he goes through this term. If he goes through this term. But that's the understanding. Patriotism. Nationalism. Go look it up for yourself. Go check it out. Dive a little deeper in it. Because it's definitely something to think about. Because we do be promoting and acting all out of character. And ain't got nothing, especially black folks. Even with this Black Lives Matter and all this other crap we've been doing, it's pretty sad. We know cops been beating brothers' asses since day one, since they've been creating this police forces. Like I say, ain't no fucking equalness. There ain't no such thing as no equalness. Life don't even treat you equal. It's no fairness. That's what it's always been. That's why you gotta have thick skin. You gotta create that thick skin. I don't mean that you gotta be hating people all day, every day. No, you gonna like some, you gonna win some, and you gonna lose some. That's part of life. Especially if you want to live this life they've given you. Because they're creating these environments for you if you're living in the city. Believe that. If you want to play in their game is there. That's what I'm talking to my sovereignty brothers and sisters who want to be sovereign. That's what you got to do. You got to create your own environment. Period. You got to create your own environment, your own community. You know what I'm saying? And it's got to be self-sustained, hands down. And I'm out of here. Peace. Much blessings to those of you who want the blessing, who deserve the blessing. It's the only patriotic way. I'm out of here.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.